How do there, guys, and welcome back to Edgar TV. Full disclosure, let's get it out the way here. I've recorded this video. I've made this video once. It was absolutely banging. I forgot to press record, so I'm doing it again. So this is like take two of the ranking video. Let's hope it's as good as the first one. Now, European Darts Championship has just finished a TV ranking major for the PDC, one of many that is coming up at this time of year, the Grand Slam of Darts, Players' Championship Finals, and the World Championships, all coming up over the next sort of couple of weeks or few weeks, along with the Players' Championship Players' Championship tournaments. See, it didn't do this on the first time round. The Players' Championship tournaments will be concluding, which will guarantee the players that will be in these events and who's going to be battling for those tour cards at the end of the year. All sorts of things to fight out in positions, but this European Championship has caused quite a stir in the rankings and really guides us to what we're going to see over these next couple of tournaments. When we take a look down the bottom, now remember the 2021 edition of this was absolutely hijacked, so expect to see big moves in the rankings. Gian van Veen, no doubt to see a big move in the ranking on the back of reaching a semi-final at this event. Real good run for him, and that win over Michael van Gerwen, I think, just showing that he's arriving on the stage at the moment and taking that floor form to the stage. He was mightily impressive throughout this tournament. I'm going to enjoy watching him over the next sort of couple of months, see how he goes, but I do stand by that statement I made for those Edgar fans who's been watching this channel for a while. Still stand by that statement. Nothing's changed my mind yet. He's doing exactly what I thought. Very, very good player and hitting it very hard. Florian Hempel, one of a line of players you can see here that have dropped down one place off the back of that Gian van Veen run. But Hempel is someone that's going to be in a little bit of trouble now as he's currently outside the top 64 on the tour card race, so to speak. So he's going to need something in this back end of the year, or he's going to be needing to go back to Q school. So that top 64 is the first real point of interest. Petretsko has gone up to 45 in the world now at the expense of a couple of players. Now, the interesting thing about Petretsko is he's in his second year of his tour card. Now, last year, 2022, he earned just £20,000. This year, already at £90,000, not including the Grand Slam, the Players' Championship Finals, and the World Championships, which will accommodate about £15,000 if he's not to win any further matches. In these events, he's likely to win some of these games. He's looking good for a position in the World Match Play next year, amongst other sort of big potential options. The European Tour, for example, where he's likely to be getting either seeds or invitations due to the home nations. Lots of opportunities coming up for Petretsko. I think he's going to be in the top 32 next year because he's hardly defended anything. He'll also be seeded for the UK Open, which means he's going to be guaranteed to be picking up some money at that event as well. So, yeah, I think Petretsko is nailed on for top 32. Good sign there for you Petretsko fans. Keen Barry goes up a place, the expense of Mensah Suljovic, who dropped a quarter final at this event. Barry qualifying for it, losing out to Gerwyn Price in the opening game. He goes up to world number 41. When we move up a little bit higher, we see Alan Suter dropped out the top 32 at the expense of Maros Razma. Suter not currently in the World Championship. He needs to be in the top 32 of this Order of Merit or the one-year Order of Merit. If he doesn't do that, he's going to have to go to that PDPA qualifier, for which there are 4 places currently available, and I would be very confident to see Alan Suter get through that, especially as he would be seeded as well. When we talk about that top 32, that guarantees you that World Championship position and a seeded position as well. So you don't have to play in that first round. You get to play the winner of the first round, and you don't have to play anyone else out of the top 32. So it's a real privileged position to be in, and it's something that Jose de Sousa might have to start looking over his shoulder for. He's got £50,000 to defend at the back end of this year. He's only in the Players' Championship Finals and the Worlds. That'll be 17.5 of it. So he could be losing over £33,000 off of his Order of Merit, which could see him slide down to about 26 with players such as Josh Rock, who's defending nothing, likely to jump in very soon. So Jose's form needs to pick up and pick up quick. Martin Schindler, another player who could be chasing him down soon. Gary Anderson, a player picking up big prize money at the moment and playing some incredible stuff. But none more so than take a look at number 19, Andrew Gilding. Goldfinger. Mr. Thumbs Up wasn't even the World Championship 2 years ago. So without even winning another game, he's going to be guaranteed over £20,000 extra onto his Order of Merit without even winning any more matches. That's going to put him about 350, which is at the moment £25,000 off of the top 16. Here's another prediction for you. In fact, it's probably more of a spoiler, really. Andrew Gilding to break the top 16 during 2024, because he's, again, like Petretsko, like Van Veen, who's defending absolutely nothing. He's got hardly anything to defend, and he's in a position where the players above him are defending quite a lot. Ryan Searle, currently on that 16th position, has his biggest payday ever to defend, the £50,000 that he got from being the Players' Championship final runner-up a couple of years ago against Peter Wright. That's got to come off, and it's a hard event to defend £50,000 in. It's only £2,500 for qualifying. You win your first game, it goes to 5. You win, it goes to 7.5. We're not talking big jumps in prize money, but we're talking the same quality of field, and it's very, very hard to defend something like £50,000. He's probably going to have to make that up at things like the Slam or the World Championship, and if he can't, it's actually got quite a lot of significance to it, because that position, top 16, is one of those roles where you get perks and benefits. You're guaranteed the match play, you're guaranteed the Grand Prix. Not only that, but you're guaranteed in the match play that you're not going to play another player in the top 16. So you don't play someone from that 2-year ranking, you play someone from the 1-year ranking. So you're likely, or you're not going to play Michael Van Gerwen Price, Peter Wright, Michael Smith. You're not going to play them in the opening round. You're going to play one of the 1-year qualifiers who could be a debutant. I mean, granted, your debutants have been in the recent times people like Josh Rock or like this one, Gian Van Veen, or, quality players still, but you'd rather be in pool 1 than pool 2. So big perk being in the top 16. 64, 32, 16. They're your big milestones, and you've got to try and keep your head above water. Ryan's going to need something big to keep himself in that 16, with people like Gilding breathing down with nothing to defend. However, when we do actually look directly at the top 16, you'll see here there's not actually a lot of move. James Wade came out of the top 16 for the first time in about 42 years, and then gone straight back in it again. Reaching the final of the European Championships gives him enough money to jump him back in at the expense of Ross Smith, who moves down. Dimitri Vandenberg and Ryan Searle almost drop into place as well. Dimitri Vandenberg, someone I'm showing a little bit of concern for as well. His win percentage is one of the lowest it's ever been this year, and the averages are sort of coming down bit by bit. He's a player who could be out of the top 16 pretty soon as well. No changes throughout the rest of the event. I think we're going to see a lot of move towards the back end of the year, but not because of this European Championship too much. Rob Cross taking a bit of a tumble down on the back of the £120,000 he lost at this event. Big drop in prize money whenever you're defending one of these sort of big titles. Peter Wright takes the number 2 spot off Michael Van Gerwen temporarily, but has a lot of prize money to defend. But is this the start of Peter Wright becoming Peter Wright again? If you're going to play your best darts, you do it at the back end of the year when the World Championship is coming, and he's picked up a European title, maybe squashing a lot of people's theories on if or what is going to be happening with Peter Wright's career coming up. Is Peter Wright's career finishing? Certainly not. He's won a European Tour, he's won a World Series, he's now won a ranking title this year. I think it silences everyone. And I'll be honest, I was starting to get on the bandwagon as well. I've defended it all year long, and then I'm just like, maybe I'm starting to buy into it a little bit now. And he shuts me straight up. Well done, Peter Wright. He's back in the winner's circle. Dirk van Dijvenbode down at number 10. Someone to show a little bit of concern about. He's talking about injury at the moment. This ain't the time of year to be worrying about injury. This is the time of year that can cost you dearly if you're not 100% ready. So we might even look at Dirk sliding down a little bit. He went out the first round of this. He went out the first round of the pre. Something we'll keep an eye on here on Edgar TV for sure. Like we will on all of the rankings and all the moves and changes and all the news stories that come around these big events. We look at it beforehand to see who was in it 2 years ago, who can't defend. We look at it after to see what the big changes are. Where's the big stories? They are coming out as thick and fast. There's so many stories all over this one. And if you want them dug out and explained to you, go hit that subscribe button just down below. But the big stories of this event, Gian Van Veen has arrived. Ricardo Pietreczko has arrived. And Peter Wright is back. James Wade back as well? He's certainly back in the top 16. That didn't take long for him to get back into there. He's defending big prize money at the World Championship, but what a sizable amount he's just added to his record here at the European Championships. If you have enjoyed this video, please do pop a like. I'll catch you soon with some more Edgar TV. Edgar TV.